Welcome to episode 28 of The Player and the Journalist with Karson Harris and David Vick. In this episode, we are joined by North Carolina's next freshman star. Hailing from Connecticut, she is the 2023 USA Lacrosse High School Girls Player of the Year. She is also a state champion and high school All-American. First name greatest, last name ever. Please welcome to the show, Chloe Humphrey. How are we doing today?
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored to be here.
We are super excited. It's been a little bit, we had to go through the scheduling. It took a little bit of time, but at last we have Chloe Humphrey on the show. We are very excited to talk to her, especially Karson, a fellow Carolina girl. Okay.
Woo! I know. I'm excited. I'm excited to know you first because I feel like I don't know a lot of the UNC team. So now we'll have talk. So when I watch you guys in the spring, I won't be just a fangirl. I'll have
some familiar faces.
Totally. Exactly.
And maybe you'll see Chloe on campus just like you see Katie Hogue, and you fangirl over Katie Hogue. Maybe you'll fangirl over Chloe.
Chloe might have a couple years because I always see Katie because she's in the dentist program, so she's a grad student. So I'll see Chloe maybe in 5 years.
She is amazing. Oh my gosh. Sarah, I'm like fangirling completely. So get it.
Also, Katie Hogue has a very entertaining Instagram. You should go follow if you're not. So before we Carson's like, what? Before we get started, we'd like to start off with something fun. So what is a bucket list item for Chloe Humphrey?
Ooh. I definitely want to go skydiving at some point. That's adventurous, out of my comfort zone, but I definitely want to do that at some point.
Maybe make a deal with your parents. You win a national championship, and then you get to go skydiving.
Oh, totally. They'd be all over that. Anything for the natty. Totally. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But
would your sisters go skydiving as well?
Oh, totally. If they're a part of the natty team. We'll see.
Oh, but if not, they don't get in.
Exactly. Only for the natty champs.
Awesome.
Where would you go? Where in the country would you go? Or if you wouldn't go in this country? That's my sticking point right now. Because I don't know where I'd want to go.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't think I'd go skydiving, but in Greece, I want to go to Greece really badly.
Oh,
that's
me too.
A destination. Yeah, that's definitely a destination I want to hit.
Number one.
Yeah, I don't know how good their skydiving is there, but.
Have you seen Mamma Mia?
Sorry?
Are you a Mamma Mia fan?
I haven't. Everyone has watched it, but I've never. I know it's so bad.
You're not missing out. You're not missing out.
I know. I need to watch it. I've heard all good things. So
you are missing out only if you want to go to Greece because it's based in Greece. So I feel like it's a good. You got to have that movie in you before you go. You know.
I know. That's on the bucket list. That's next on the bucket list.
Like a pre-bucket list.
You haven't seen Mamma Mia? Have you seen High School Musical?
Oh, of course. That's a classic. Yeah. Of course. Every childhood's favorite show, or maybe 100%.
Very nice. I don't know if I should admit this publicly, but I did just add a few High School Musical songs to my slow songs playlist on Spotify.
They never get old.
Yeah. Breaking Free, classic. Okay.
Classic.
Awesome. So looks like, let's see, Karson has the first question.
Yeah. So I was just doing a little background research before this, and I read that your head coach in high school, Lisa Lindley, I believe, said you're a combination of your two sisters, Ashley and Nicole. So I was just wondering what it was like growing up the youngest of those three sisters and how they kind of helped you develop your skills as you were getting older.
Yeah, I think that they completely introduced the sport of lacrosse to me. I originally was fully soccer, wanted to go to the World Cup. And they were like, Chloe, come in the backyard, throw a ball. Maybe you'll like this one better. So they really persuaded me to start playing in the first place. And I mean, every single trick that they would bring home, I'd be in the backyard with them. They'd kind of be doing their own thing, and I'd be the little sister in the corner watching them. And wouldn't be completely invited into the circle, but I was getting there. So yeah, I give them all the credit in the world for just teaching me everything that I know today. So it's been really helpful, and they've been so supportive throughout the whole process.
Do you think it was a conscious thing of watching them and being okay, I really like what Ashley does here, I really like what Nicole does here, and trying to apply those to your games, or do you feel like it was more of a subconscious thing that you picked up on?
Yeah, totally. Because I think that Ashley and Nicole are very different players. So Ashley's an attacker, Nicole is a midi. So maybe I'd take some dodges from Nicole, but the stick work from Ashley. So it's kind of just a great combination that I was able to get from them. And I would work with like both of them individually in the backyard. So that really helps a lot, just like constantly getting new information, all the camps they were going to, like just looking up to them so much and just kind of trying to be like, I was a little wannabe of my sisters. So worked out in the end. But yeah, definitely.
Very cool. That beats my soccer dad head coach my soccer head coach dad trying to teach me how to play lacrosse in the backyard.
Yeah, helps having two sisters.
Yeah.
Not to be a hater, but we probably could have used Chloe at the most recent World Cup. Did not go our way.
Oh, I don't know about that. But
Awesome. So I looked up your senior year stats, and I'm just gonna list out the main categories. Okay, 103 goals on 72% shooting. Whoa, that is crazy. Okay.
Thank you.
69 draw controls, 42 GBs, 38 assists, and 30 caused turnovers, because Miss Chloe Humphrey does it all. Okay. So I'm curious, of all these stats, what did you take the most pride in?
I think that's something that Lisa definitely emphasized this year is draw controls. Win the draw, win the world. So, or rule the world. But I think that possession for the team was kind of what we lacked in 2022 when we fell short in the FCIAC and state championships. So I think that definitely helped our team this year, just having possession of the ball. So I think draw controls is definitely one that I take pride in, and maybe cause turnovers come second. Just relentless ride is something that I feel like every coach emphasizes as an attacker. Just never stop. So
that's awesome. Personally, I think one of my favorite parts of each game is when the attackers have a great ride and cause a turnover. It's just such a gratifying feeling as a fan. It must feel great as an attacker as well.
Totally. Yeah, in a close game, it's like everyone's freaking out, other team gets the ball back. So a back check is definitely the best feeling by far.
Very cool. And Jenny Levy is probably going to love your answers, because, you know, UNC is very much of a team atmosphere, and like ball movement is everything. So like winning the draw, I'm going to get the ball from my teammates. So Jenny Levy is going to love you even more than she already does. Okay. I'm curious, just a follow up to that. Do you know, will you be on the draw at UNC? Do you know how that'll work? Or
I actually recently was at the US tryout taking the draw against these girls and was humbled so quickly. So I actually took myself off the draw team, but then they said I will possibly be trying to take the draw. So I'll be back in there. I just need to learn. Marie McCool, she's the greatest. So I'm sure I'll learn a few things from her and hopefully have more success with it.
Well, hey, don't beat yourself up. I mean, Marissa White, a few other players, they already have a year at UNC. You're a freshman. So also Marissa White. I love Marissa White.
Oh,
she's amazing. Okay.
Incredible. Like such an amazing person too. Oh, I just can't say enough about her.
She follows Lacrosse Extras. Thank you very much, Marissa White.
Shout out, Marissa.
I feel like once you have even like a year, probably months under your belt of like the quickness and the speed and the strength of the draw, you'd be so, you know what, that's just such an adjustment. That's a huge like adjustment piece, that the speed, like I don't know, your high school was amazing, so I don't know if it's the same, but like the adjustment, like the high school to college speed adjustment was just so crazy.
Oh, totally. Yeah, we're already playing pickup lacrosse right now, so it's nothing serious, but like the speed is just like off the charts. You're kind of like standing there like, what's going on? But I think it's definitely an adjustment that will take some time, but I think that all the freshmen are ready for it and prepared. So
I just think that'll apply across the board for you. Like even you know, just give yourself a little bit of time, give yourself a little patience.
Totally.
Anyway, so I think my next question, I was just going to ask you, so your high school has produced over 60 All-Americans, which is an incredible stat. And I was just wondering what you think that your high school is doing to produce such talent. Like, where is that coming from?
The Humphreys.
Sorry. No, sorry, you go.
Oh, I just said the Humphreys. That's all.
Oh no. Oh my gosh. I give so much credit to Lisa Lindley. I think especially like the Grizzlies program, because she's the head of Grizzlies as well, but she just emphasizes the little things at such a young age. So it's like having both hands. I remember my mom said, if you want to play for Lisa, you need both hands. So I'd be on the wall constantly, just like, I want to play for Lisa, I want to play for Lisa type of thing. So I think that's every kid's dream, is to play for Darien High School and play for Lisa Lindley. And that's such a motivator throughout the youth program, honestly. So I think that just the young age at which it starts at is just breeding all of these All-Americans.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Interesting. Because I feel like so many people give, and I could be completely wrong here because I came from like a public school system. So like club was my whole, like world and chance at playing. So I feel like that's so much of an emphasis nowadays is like club lacrosse. So it's interesting to hear you say that the high school, like at the high school level, was such a motivating factor for you growing up.
Totally. Yeah, at least that's for me. But I think a lot of my peers can say like it's a dream to play for Lisa, and all the little girls, like everyone in Darien just fangirls over Lisa. It's like you see Lisa in the hallways, and everyone kind of like is in awe. So it definitely is like a celebrity status type of thing in Darien, which is such a motivator for a lot of people.
Huh. Could be a dumb question, but does she teach there too? Or
She teaches at the middle school.
Oh, okay. What does she teach?
So she's a gym teacher.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone in her gym class is like running a 5:30 mile, like trying to impress her. No, it's like seriously. So that's really funny, but
true, because like if I want to play on the high school team, I got to show her right now. It's seventh grade.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Wow. So that's kind of cool to hear that it's like really based around. How long has she been coaching there? Do you know?
She's been coaching. Oh gosh, I'm not really sure, but it's been a long time. She's definitely started the Darien program. Yeah, for as long as it's been around.
That's important. A long time coach, I feel like, is an important aspect of everything.
Totally.
Very cool. Thank you. I was just genuinely curious. Like I was just like, how is this happening?
Yeah, no, it's definitely the culture. And I mean, everyone's born with the lacrosse stick, basically. You're kind of like thrown into the mix at a long age. So it's just a given that everyone will try lacrosse at some point. And it's crazy to see like kind of how many actually make it out to senior year. We actually had a ton, but usually it's only like 5 or 6 girls, considering like everyone plays at some point. So it's kind of crazy in that sense.
Yeah, interesting. I wonder if there's
And
just like
soccer. Oh, gosh.
Sorry?
She chose soccer. Oh man.
I know. I was headed to the World Cup.
New dream.
Yeah. We're over that.
So obviously your high school has produced a lot of college players. Shea Dulce is the most recent one that comes to mind. I hope I said her last name correctly.
Yep.
Is there any one particular player that you played with in high school that you are looking forward to play against at the college level?
Looking forward to playing against? No. I think no. I mean, after this year, our defenders were, the best that I've seen in high school lacrosse. So, like from Kate DeMarc, Casey Benoit, Maggie Bellissimo, just all of them are Morgan Massey too, are just such a great unit that I'm actually scared to play against in college. So, but it's funny, like it's nice to see familiar faces around. Like obviously Shea, don't want to play against her, but it will be nice to see a face on the field. So yeah, definitely like anyone from Darien, excited to play against, just to see some familiar faces.
Very cool. Awesome. So next question, moving on to Carolina. So we mentioned Katie Hogue earlier. She's one of the great players that has come through Carolina's program. Obviously the list is long, so hit us with any names you want to, but whose game did you admire the most as far as a UNC player, whether you were really young or even in high school? Whose game did you admire?
Yeah, I think that's such a hard question. I started becoming a diehard UNC fan at the time, like the 2016 national championship, which was like Marie McCool. Who else was?
Sammy Joe?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Sammy Joe. I remember I'd be in the backyard practicing, like her one-handed behind the back. No, definitely like Sammy Joe, creative. Marie McCool, like studying her dodges. How does she do it? No one knows. But also that Jamie Ortega, Ali Mastriani class, that was one of the most exciting to watch. And I think I actually studied Ali Mastriani's dodge really, really closely. Such an incredible player, so dynamic. So I think all of them combined and even players like Ella Hazar, who
she was good.
Yeah, part of the 2016 national championship, her stick skills and her vision, it's just everything that was a part of that team. Just kind of, I tried to get as much as I could out of that one team, and the information that I got and the skills were just unlimited.
Yeah, Ella Hazar, I got to see her play in person, Women's Professional Lacrosse League Season 2, and that was still a thing. I was definitely fanboying out a little bit, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Also,
totally.
Ali Messenger, she was incredible. She was so fast. She was so fun to watch.
50th attacker, I think, to ever
Yeah.
play. She was incredible. Yeah.
Her name does not get mentioned enough. She was so good.
Totally. Yeah. Lefty, just unstoppable.
For sure. So, out of all these players, who is your favorite all-time Carolina player? You're gonna make one really big fan right here. Okay.
I would have to say.
And you cannot say your sister. I'm sorry.
Nicole's number one. No, I'm kidding. I would have to say Marie McCool.
Marie McCool.
Which is amazing that I get to get coached by her now. So, kind of fangirling a little bit. But yeah, definitely, she was just fun to watch and amazing.
She gives off such like stoic vibes to me. Like she's just like so like stone cold. Is she like that in practice too? Does she smile?
Well, we haven't had practice with her yet, but she's
right.
Yeah, but we'll get there. Meetings, yeah, intimidating for sure, but like so nice. Oh my gosh, like so welcoming.
Also, so she just got married a few weeks ago, and if you have not seen the photos from her wedding, they are amazing. Okay, she had her dogs on the drink glasses. Okay. And they had McDonald's, okay? If my future wife does not want McDonald's, it ain't gonna happen at the wedding.
Exactly. That's the way to do it. 100%.
That picture of her in her wedding dress taking a bite out of the burger, classic.
I know, amazing. Every bride's dream.
I hope that gets framed. Oh, it is mine. Sorry. One follow-up. What's someone that you admire that did not play at UNC?
Kayla Trainer. My sister and I definitely studied her every move together. We would go back in the backyard together and throw around the insane trick shots and behind the back shots that Kayla was throwing. So I think that she definitely had the biggest influence on my game. Also players like Sam Apuzzo, amazing. Just low attackers. I think that's like where we got most of our dodges from low, Kayla and Sam. So them together was just so fun to watch, and being like a lacrosse fan in that era, I'm like so grateful that I had the opportunity to watch them in college, because it was so exciting and just makes the dream bigger to hopefully win a national championship like they were competing for.
And now you get to play against them. I mean, they're coaches, but you get to play against them. Also, just one last thing for me before Karson takes over for the next question. Knee brace Sam Apuzzo is like 99 overall, okay? Sam Apuzzo with the knee brace was sick, okay? Also Kara Irving, but I'm not going to...
Insane, I know. Insane.
Kayla Trainer's a good pick. I feel like she was just so well-rounded in everything that she could do. It wasn't just like one thing. If you were going to model your game off of your overall game, she's a good one to pick. So, a little bit backwards, not all the way backwards. You weren't at your very healthiest until your senior year of high school, right? Like, didn't you had some things?
Yes, this was actually my first high school season where I was healthy.
Yeah, which is crazy to me that you were fully healthy.
Finally, we made it.
But it's baffling that you went into your senior year the top ranked recruit in the class of 2023, right? I'm curious how you kept yourself so motivated to go into your senior year, which is the first year that you were actually fully healthy, and still be the top recruit in the country. That's an amazing feat to accomplish.
Thank you. Yeah, such an honor. I can't even believe it. But I think that my high school experience was so frustrating. Like I definitely felt more pressure because like the game that I love so much. I mean, I like nonstop playing lacrosse in my backyard ever since I was in 6th grade. So I kind of pushed it a little too much nearing my high school years. So that's what ultimately gave me I had 2 stress fractures that were like, my back was sophomore year and my hip was my junior year. So it was really challenging mentally, just playing, but no one knew I was injured really my junior year. So it was kind of like I knew that I had an extra I like had extra gas in the tank, but I couldn't use it. So, like it kind of was just frustrating in that sense. Like I wanted to lead my team to these championships, but I just felt like I wasn't there physically, which is kind of like mentally I was there, but physically I wasn't. So it was just like a constantly like frustrating, it was kind of a never ending like cycle. So my senior year, we decided to put a screw in the stress fracture because it wouldn't heal. So
it wouldn't heal because you wouldn't stop doing things on it?
Well, we tried going back and forth. They said it would, yeah, kind of.
Or it wouldn't heal because your bones wouldn't heal.
I know you can't rip a lacrosse stick out of my hands, but they just said it would keep healing, and it never did. So then I was like, I'm done with this pain. And going into my senior year, I didn't even know if it was gonna work. It was kind of, there were a lot of question marks surrounding it. So I'm really grateful that everything worked out senior year, pain-free. So I think that that's really when I was able to play to my full potential.
Yeah. Wow. So you went into your senior year as a top-ranked recruit, not playing at your best, is what you're saying?
Yes, I think I was.
So you were still better than everyone with
No,
stress.
I mean, there's so much talent across my class. But sophomore year, I was healthy for the summer, the recruiting summer.
Okay.
So sophomore spring, I was out. Sophomore summer, I was good, and then that's when I had my next first stress fracture.
I gotcha. Okay, so you got it was kind of a
little window. Yeah.
that was good timing for that. Other than the rest of it stinks, but yeah, I'm glad that you were healthy for your senior year, and hopefully it all holds up for college.
Yep, right now we're looking good. Knock on wood.
Good.
Chloe, this is not the show to be humble, so you can brag about yourself all you want to. All you want to. Also, when you said I don't know why I thought about this, but when you said that you couldn't take a lacrosse stick out of your hand, I just thought "Can't Stop, Won't Stop," Miley Cyrus. But anyways, how have you gone about preparing yourself for the college game? When we originally had reached out to try and have you on the podcast, I remember that we had posted a clip of you on our Instagram, I want to say 2 years ago, maybe. It was a high school clip. When you were playing for the Blue Wave, okay? And then I watched that clip, and then I was going through your social media, and I obviously saw the All-American game, and it seemed like you had bulked up a little bit. You had put on some muscle. Totally. Is that part of how you've gone about preparing for the college game, or what else have you done?
Absolutely. I think part of the reason that I was having all the stress fractures was due to not eating enough, not fueling your body enough, and I had to see a nutritionist just to kind of tell you this is what you're supposed to eat. You need to get bigger. So I think my coach also emphasized the weight room. You need to get bigger if you want to play in college. So I think that that's an aspect of the sport that isn't emphasized, I don't think, enough, nutrition. So I think I've been a big advocate for that. But yeah, definitely bulking up, putting some meat on those bones. That's what everyone says. So I've definitely been spending more time in the weight room, just preparing for the physicality in the college game, which I think is a huge jump from high school.
You just made my physical therapist heart so happy. Thank you.
Totally, yeah. We're fueled now, so we're all good.
Yeah, if you ever want a free appointment, just go see Karson, okay? She's on the south side of campus. I don't know what side of campus she's on, but she's over there somewhere.
I don't know what side on campus I'm on either.
I know, I'm still learning too. I don't know.
I know my one road, that's it.
Yeah.
So there were more rule changes this offseason, but the rule changes between college and high school are pretty different, especially with the shot clock. Have you gone about studying the rules more? Are you good to go on the rules? What are your thoughts going from high school to college on this?
This season, Maryland plays with the shot clock. So this season, we actually drove to St. Paul's and played at U.S. Lacrosse headquarters. And we played with the shot clock. We played in the crease, and we played, I forget, there was one other rule. I think continuous whistle. But so I got a little glimpse into the college game with that. So I think that I am kind of someone who likes pushing fast break. I like getting the ball up the field. So for me, I think that's definitely going to be an adjustment, but just kind of figuring out when on the shot clock you want to go, which I think that my teammates and coaches will hopefully be able to help me out with. So I'm hoping that won't be too hard of an adjustment, considering I got a little bit of exposure to that. But definitely some rule changes that will be different from high school.
Nice. But one thing that will not change is you're going to still be scoring goals. Just tell Caitlin Wurzberger to get you the ball every possession.
Hopefully.
A Wurzberger with a side of Humphrey, okay?
She's incredible. Oh my gosh. So fun to watch.
Wait. Oh, is Maryland the only state doing those rules? Is Maryland high school lacrosse doing? Go Maryland.
I know. I know. Them. Connecticut is just everyone stalling. So it's you take 10 minutes off the clock. You're let's get this game going. But
yeah.
Hopefully that rule gets implemented soon.
Yeah. Well, my biggest advice to you, though you don't need it, nor are you asking for it, would be that 45 seconds is a lot more time than you think it is.
Totally. I think that's what I'll learn very quickly. Yeah.
I remember my freshman year, I'd be like, I gotta go right now. I have it's gonna take me 45 seconds to make the dodge and go to goal. Yeah, it's gonna take me a full 45 seconds to get to goal.
Totally. It's so funny.
Like, no, it's actually gonna take you 4. So calm down, sit down, you'll be fine.
Start going at 10. There you go.
Right, right, like 10. I'm like 10. No, I know it is an adjustment, but I like it. The stalling is insane. I can't believe high school still does that.
I know. Hopefully changes will be coming soon, but
that's miserable. Huh. All right. Well, sticking on college, what are you hoping to bring to this UNC team? I feel like it's obviously always stacked every year. So what do you feel like you're gonna be able to bring to that team?
I'm hoping, well, for me, my goal for UNC is just to play at the highest level that I can. I'm surrounded by all of these incredible players. So I think that learning from them, I definitely want to learn from them, be pushed 100%, hopefully be able to push my teammates and just like kind of be the best team that we can be. But definitely, hopefully hoist the national championship. I think that's every player's goal. So that's the ultimate goal. But definitely just to play to the highest potential.
Spoken like a true UNC Tar Heel. All about the team. I'm not saying it's wrong though. That's fair. I was just saying that's very UNC Tar Heel of you.
Oh.
I just want to throw this out there. The players that we have had on this podcast have gone on to do very good things. Okay, Izzy Skane, I hyped up her the whole time, saying she's going to win a national championship, and she won one. We had McPherson went to the Final Four. We've had some players that have done a little thing or two. Okay, so this is a good path in your growth. Let me tell you that, Chloe.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. So now we'll be there.
Now, when you win a national championship, you can be like, you know what, lacrosse extras.
Totally, 100%.
You guys.
All credit.
You get all the credit for no input in any of your lacrosse ability, but I'll take credit.
I'll be texting you guys.
Exactly.
There you go. So something I just thought of. So your sister transferred to USC. Were you looking forward to playing with her? How kind of describe your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I definitely was. It was a bummer to hear that she was leaving, but I think that there's such an amazing program out there for USC. She's in like a business school, so she's kind of making her own path. She won a national championship, so athletically she was satisfied. She was good to go. But it is upsetting. I was really excited to share the experience with my sister because it's such UNC is like in our blood. Everyone in my family, my dad especially, is just diehard UNC fan. He went to Middlebury for basketball, so he's like a UNC basketball wannabe. So no, he'll love that. He'll love to hear that. But so it's kind of just like in our blood. So hopefully we'll be seeing another sister here soon, Ashley. Yeah.
What'd I tell you, Karson? What'd I tell you? Okay. Anyways, and then your mom, she played lacrosse somewhere, correct?
Yeah, she played at Dartmouth.
Dartmouth. Oh, she must be disappointed. None of her daughters followed her to that Ivy League school.
That was her one dream, just one of us to Dartmouth. But our lacrosse career was, we just really wanted to win a national championship. That was the goal for all of us. So
I'm sorry, Mama Humphrey. Maybe next life.
Sorry, Mom. I have a little brother though, so maybe he'll go there. We'll see.
He'll become the favorite child if he does.
Oh, totally. I know. Well, he's the only one left, so he's getting all the golden child treatment.
Does he play lacrosse?
No, he does not play lacrosse. He is very academically driven, not so much athletically. So he's got his own thing going on. It's okay.
Well, that sounds like a good fit for Dartmouth then.
100%.
That fits right in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I say it's my last question, but I tend to have follow-ups. Can you share the goals you have for yourself as a freshman at UNC, whether it's lacrosse related or not lacrosse related? Because obviously it's a big time of life. You're starting a new journey. You're at college. You're kind of far from home. So what goals do you have for yourself?
Well, I've been dreaming of going here since 5th grade. And it's been a very straightforward dream. I mean, every day I thought about it as a little kid. The goal was always UNC. I've been using the same UNC shaft since 5th grade. So yeah, it's been legit. So to actually be here is so surreal. I would always wish in 6th grade, like, oh, only 6 more years until I'm here. Like, it's crazy how that time just like flew and I'm finally here. So I think that a goal for me is just taking in every little detail of this place. It's incredible, and just looking around is like, oh my gosh, it's like goosebumps. So I think not getting too caught up in the lacrosse and like everything that's going on, academics, just like kind of taking a step back and just enjoying every single day because it's such an incredible place.
That's amazing. Also, so not that anyone can see this, but we are all wearing Carolina shirts. I did not go to Carolina because I did not get in, so I don't like I'm just joking. I still like it. But my mom went to UNC. Karson goes to UNC. You go to UNC. So we all have a connection to the Tar Heels, okay?
Mm-hmm. All part
And
of
their
the
bookstore is amazing. That's where I got this amazing shirt. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, it's amazing. I walk in there every time. I'm like, I've got to get out of here. I can't. My car can't take the hit. I can't.
You're like, it's amazing, but everything's also $100. So it's like,
Yeah,
I gotta get out.
exactly. And my closet's like filled with UNC sweatshirts. I'm like, I don't need another one.
Right. You're gonna probably get like 18 more. So it's okay.
Yeah, we got our first gear drop, and it's pretty cool. So.
Ooh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
What number will you be wearing?
I'm number 9.
No, oh, you're taking over from your sister.
Yep, I'm just filling her shoes.
No.
Nice.
I have 2 questions. One, what's your major?
My major, I'm hoping to apply to the business school. You apply sophomore year.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see how that goes.
Well, my fingers are crossed for you.
Thank you. I'll need it.
My second question is, I just like describe that feeling that you have of after having a dream that long of like wanting to go to UNC since 5th grade, like after you accomplished it and you realized that you were going there, like just describe that feeling for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it actually didn't hit me until like I stepped on campus, because I was still, or once we were committed, it was a verbal commitment. Signing day definitely was like, all right, we're in this, like this is real. So I think that was kind of the first sense of like this is really happening. But still going to camps, it kind of like felt like my younger self. But it's just crazy like walking around and just kind of like I was here all the time when I was younger. My sister would come on her visits. I was literally like behind them with my dad like the entire time. Everyone is like, who is this little girl? It's like just like happy to be here. So kind of just like seeing my younger self, I mean, walking around campus, and like it's just such a weird feeling to like actually be here, be playing for Jenny Levy, who I've been dreaming of playing for how many years. So once lacrosse starts, I think I'm gonna have to pinch myself because like that's just the dream come true. And I mean, the ultimate goal is winning a national championship at UNC. So I think the goal isn't quite finished yet, but
it's halfway there.
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha. We have to come back in 4 or 5 years and tell us what that feeling's like. Because I remember like after I finished everything for lacrosse, and I was like, well, that's weird. I've now run out of goals. Like, what is next?
Yeah, you're like, what now?
You know, like you're like, oh, okay, cool. Now what? So I was just curious if you like had that, like, but you have so much more lacrosse to play. So I'll save that question for 4 years from now.
Yeah, sounds good.
So fall ball is coming up. I will definitely ask Karson to go to some games and get some footage of Chloe Humphrey. Okay. So we're gonna be looking for big things from you. Okay.
Some scouts, awesome. Can't wait. I know. I'm so excited to get out there.
I always feel so silly when I go to your games, because like I obviously try to record things for the podcast and the Instagram, and I'm always like, they're gonna think I'm like scouting. I'm gonna get in trouble. Recording
scouter in the corner. Yeah.
To make sure I'm in Carolina and I look as innocent as possible, so they don't think I'm like Jaylee was gonna come over here and yell at me. I always think I'm way more important than I am, but
Jack down Carolina gear. Totally.
So just 2 more things for me. One, are you going to Carolina football games this fall?
We'll be there. We're actually going to Charlotte for the University of Southern Southern U of
S. South Carolina?
Yes, we'll be at that game. So, because we have a lot of fall ball on the weekends of the games, which is a bummer. But so we're like making the most of it. So we're like, all right, we're going.
Who all's going? Who's in the traveling squad?
The lacrosse girls. We're all going there. A few upperclassmen.
The whole team.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are going. So.
Dang. I wish I was going. I would try and get some pictures with like every single person on the team. So.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I know. I'm like in class with some football players. I'm like, free tickets?
Awesome. And then I can the other thing I was just saying, enjoy your freshman year and boost your GPA while you can, because it gets harder after freshman year.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I think they put a lot of emphasis on that. Once it goes down, it's hard to get back up. So we're trying to get it up.
I also feel like that may not be true all the time. I think sometimes your freshman year is the hardest because your classes are so big. It's hard to like, if you get lost, you get lost hard. Where like as it gets older or as you get older and classes get smaller, then you can at least like, you don't get like so sucked under the wheel of
exactly. Yeah, you're kind of just like another student freshman year.
Yeah, you're just with so many like people. It's harder to keep yourself together. I don't know.
As usual, Karson and I disagree. What's Anyways, awesome.
I'll try regardless.
Yes, there you go. Do it for your mom, because she went to Dartmouth and she has high expectations.
Okay? Exactly. Yeah. There's
awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on. You have 2 new fans in us. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
We'll be following you all season long. You might even get some messages from one of us or both of us. Of course, mine will probably come through the Lacrosse extras because I'm just a fan, at the end of the day. So, not that what I say has as much weight as what Karson says, because I didn't play division. Okay, Karson. Okay.
I just wait for someone we had on the podcast does something cool, and then I'm like, rooting for you. Congrats. You'll get one of those.
I'll appreciate it.
After Izzy Skane won the national championship, I sent her a text, and I was like, "You're amazing." Okay, that's basically what I said.
Just unstoppable. Like,
but yeah,
I can't even. I don't get how she does it.
Hey, you're on that trajectory, of course. Okay.
Oh God, hopefully.
Anyways, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. We will be rooting for you this season, and enjoy the game against South Carolina.
Thank you guys so much for having me. This was awesome.